And now 5 fans, we are set to go once again 3 rounds. This scheduled in the bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially 134 1/2 pounds and brings an 11-fight record that stands at 7 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Wellingborough, England, here is Martin Sheridan. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in 136 3/4 pounds. His professional record in 5 bouts, 4 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Liverpool, England, here is Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett. Referee in charge of the action is Peter Lavery.
Referee Peter Lavery about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds in the Cage Warriors bantamweight division. Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett, in the black shorts with red trim. Martin Sheridan in the black and grey. And we're underway, Josh, at Cage Warriors 65.
Great crowd here in the Helix Arena. And Martin Sheridan finding the mark early there.
Sheridan perhaps fancying himself as a knockout artist these days. Looking to land a big right hand early.
Well, it was in the clinch up against the cage that he managed to time that fantastic knee. Really a highlight video that went global very, very quickly. Finding his way into the clinch quickly here, driving Pimblett up against the cage.
Sheridan looking to bully the younger man here.
Funny thing about Pimblett, he always looks so nonplussed about everything that's going on. It's just, you know, it's a completely blank demeanor. Probably quite unsettling for his opponents, I'd imagine.
Completely blank demeanor until he gets hold of a neck or an arm.
Well,
and then he's cranking.
Yeah, that is the truth. This guy is very good on the ground.
Oh, and he's trying to jump to guard here. Excellent work by Paddy Pimblett to jump guard.
Yeah, climbing the guard very high indeed. Sheridan's going to have to watch himself here.
And the guard of Paddy Pimblett is not somewhere you want to play.
Yeah, I mean, Pimblett has a flying triangle choke win on his record, so not quite getting the elevation there, but you can already see the guard's open, the feet are on the hips. There's a lot of intent in this guard, and looking to switch over for
get your feet out of the
cage. A bit of high guard here.
Referee just warning for toes in the cage. Of course, you can use the sole of your foot to push off the fence. You're not allowed to hook your toes through it.
Clearly, it's a very strong whizzer that Pimblett has. I'm surprised with this open guard. Sheridan hasn't looked to posture at all here. But this angle is not good for Sheridan. Pimblett's cutting his way off to the side, and if he can keep it here, there's a lot of options for him. You see him trying to get his hips back out as Sheridan
put your feet in the cage,
squares himself back up.
Pimblett really searching with those legs.
Oh, Sheridan's
working him up nice and high here.
Yeah, he's got to get square here. Really a great degree of flexibility shown from Pimblett at this stage. Oh, he's looking for the omoplata here. Sheridan just shutting him down, staying tight.
Really got Martin Sheridan tied up like a pretzel here. There's Paddy Pimblett.
He's got to get that right arm back at some point.
Still got plenty of time to work. Just
Armbar
over
coming
2
in.
minutes.
That left arm is in a lot of danger. Oh, and there he goes.
Throws the leg over.
Oh, and it's under the armpit. That's a really tight grip, but he switches for something a bit more traditional now. And Sheridan is going to have to stack Pimblett forward with everything he's got here. He wants to keep all his weight on Pimblett's head. The cage as well is perhaps going to save him. Stop Pimblett extending here. But Sheridan has got to keep him stacked up. And the knee on the face is a fantastic defense as well. He's got to try and earthquake his, what I mean by that is constantly change the pressure on trying to pull that arm out. But at the same time, he can't let up that pressure. He's got to keep him stacked forward.
Good work here from Sheridan to survive this armbar attempt for so long. We've seen Pimblett be so dangerous with these submissions in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge degree of flexibility from the young man from Liverpool. Staying very calm, both guys at the moment.
Both guys, as you say, just looking very relaxed. Right in front of us here at the commentary position in the Dublin Helix.
You see that left knee of Sheridan coming up now. He's going to block the back of Pimblett, keep him stacked over. The cage is definitely helping him out a bit here, helping him keep the pressure and stop Pimblett from being able to spin all the way under or
Sheridan
change the angle
that
here.
elbow in.
Get your feet out of the cage, fighter.
Well, this is a very interesting defensive sequence here. Every single little change of angle. You can see occasionally Pimblett will try and bite down on the head with that leg. Oh,
trying to extend that arm, and Sheridan's out.
Good defense from Martin
But he's
Sheridan.
got to watch the leg lock here from Paddy Pimblett, switching for a heel.
Yeah, he's just trying to attack the reap on the knee here and trying to pull his way out of Sheridan. Pimblett immediately back in.
Great work on the
scramble.
takedown from Paddy Pimblett there. Kept a hold of that leg, used it to drive for the takedown.
Brilliant grappling exchanges in this first fight. Pimblett showing a different type of top game here. Big strikes early.
Missed with that final punch. Woo. A strong finish from Paddy Pimblett there. And again, Josh, a very interesting dilemma for our judges. We're going to take a look at some of that action now, where we can discuss the judging scenario later on.
It's even more interesting because you've got Pimblett jumping guard. You see, he did look for the triangle, he pushed the arm down, couldn't get over the shoulder, but he chose to accept this bottom position. And he had a very good submission entry, but at no point was he close to actually finishing it. So I think on balance, you've got to say, I mean, they spent a long time here, and it was a very serious threat for Martin Sheridan to think about. But at the same time, he defended it, and he got out.
As we see Sheridan here, getting that arm out. Pimblett locking the leg up expertly, though.
But then, you know, here Pimblett immediately attacked and immediately actually did some good work on the top with strikes. So maybe I'm inclined to say it's a really interesting one for the judges, that round.
Time for our mandatory, we're glad we're not judges comment. Of course, we have three of the best doing that job for us tonight. Judges Oglesby, Leatherby and Sledge taking care of business with the scorecards. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer handling commentary duties here at Cage Warriors 65, and a great takedown from Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah, got him
to start the second round.
Got him very nicely under the strikes here. Here you can see the left overhook from Martin Sheridan, and he's got the feet on the hips looking to attack now. Pretty much the polar opposite of what we saw in the last round.
Pimblett was aggressive when he got this top position at the end of the first round. Sheridan tying him up, though.
Oh, and using it as a very nice opportunity to pass. Half guard now for the Liverpudlian. You see Sheridan hip out, get that knee back in front. That's going to help him establish a bit more space between himself and Pimblett. Pimblett staying very well connected in the upper body.
Paul Rimmer asking for the switch to mount. Just needs to get that knee through and over the chest.
Yeah, he's searching. He can go either side with that knee, to be honest. He's got such a good deep underhook on the right-hand side. But if he chooses to cut across to the near or the far side, he's got control of Sheridan's upper body. And that is the most important thing in passing this half guard here.
Put your knee on that arm. When you get a chance, put the knee on that arm. There you go. And again, keep feeding
Pimblett taking his time here,
then elbow.
waiting for the opening to arise. And there is the pass into mount. Pimblett postures up. Big punches and elbows, and Martin Sheridan's given his back here, Josh.
Yeah, and possibly the body triangle. He didn't want to take too many of those strikes, so he immediately bailed out. Turtled with a body triangle.
And this is a bad position for Martin Sheridan to be in here. Paddy Pimblett locking up that body triangle from the back.
Oh, and this is going to be a lot of pressure and a lot of time for Paddy Pimblett to work here. Let's see what he does with fighting the hands. Expect some strikes perhaps to open a few spaces up on Martin Sheridan's defense.
As we approach the halfway point in the round, and indeed the fight. Paddy Pimblett now firmly in control from this back position.
Keep busy, gents.
Referee Peter Lavery asking for a bit of work, and Pimblett keen to oblige.
Yeah, staying glued to the back very nicely. That body triangle is going to keep him firmly affixed to Martin Sheridan, who's doing a good job of defending this back position at the moment.
Watch the back of the head,
Very
fighter. Target
aware
those shots.
of what attacks might be coming from Pimblett, but switching the body triangle to the dominant side again. You can see Sheridan's going to switch, try and put Pimblett's ankles on the floor again.
Yeah, Josh, we talk about this body triangle being such a useful tool. How does the fighter escape this situation?
He's got to do exactly what he's got here. You can actually put a tremendous amount of pressure if you can drop the side that the legs are locked down to the ground, start blocking the leg and driving your hips forward. But it is a tough ask. It's one of those situations where you say, you know what, I've been better defending this before I got there.
Nice, Pat. Come on, Mark.
More good work here from Paddy Pimblett. Martin Sheridan in survival mode here.
Yeah, still a fair amount of time to work. It's a good round for Pimblett so far, a good controlling round.
Target the shots, Paddy. Make sure they're right.
Not overstepping at the moment, but if he wants to maximize this position, it could do with getting to work here.
Sporadic punches coming in from Pimblett, keeping Sheridan guessing. And you just know if Paddy sees that opening, he's going to be all over that rear naked choke. Let go of the body triangle now. Has both hooks in though. Sheridan trying to turn his way into guard. Pimblett not going to let him, switches back to the body triangle as soon as he felt Sheridan moving there.
It's really good positional retention from Pimblett. And this whole time he's going to be squeezing that body triangle, just wearing down on Martin Sheridan, who now stands. Could we get a standing rear naked choke here? Oh, and good work from Sheridan to try and shake him off the top. Actually not possible to illegally spike your opponent there because it's deemed that your opponent is in control of the position.
And that was a double palm strike to the ear by Paddy Pimblett.
Well,
shades of Sakuraba there.
It can be very effective. I mean, really disorientate your opponent. And all Pimblett needs is a split second to open up, but really good defense from Sheridan to hopefully see out the round here for him.
A couple of nice punches in there from Pimblett. Finishing the round strong again is the young man from Liverpool. Round 2 in the books, Josh, and as you said, a much stronger round for Paddy the Baddy.
Yeah, very much so. Very dominant round for him. Once he secured that takedown, it was just good, solid back control. But he was never able to put anything that offensive together from that position. Didn't strike much and never really got that deep on the submissions.
Well, let's take a look at some of that action now. There was the takedown at the start of the round from Pimblett, and it really was all one-way traffic from here, Josh.
Yeah, passed very nicely to half guard. As soon as he got to mount, Martin Sheridan did not want any of the damage from there, gave up his back almost instantaneously, and from that point on, it was 3.5 minutes of Paddy Pimblett riding that back position, slowly grinding down on Martin Sheridan. But he saw it out of this round, and he's got one more to try and get the job done here.
Martin, back in, please.
And the seconds are ushered out.
Okay, guys, last round. Are we ready?
As referee Peter Lavery starts his third and final round here in the Cage Warriors Bantamweight division. Pimblett in the black and red, Sheridan in the black and grey, and a fast and furious start to this third round, Josh.
Yeah, Sheridan opening up with the strikes. He knows that Pimblett's going to look to change level here. He's already tried it once, but again, a very calm look on the face of Pimblett. Oh, and Sheridan doing some damage. Just getting a little bit close, though, and allowing Pimblett to get in on his hips.
Pimblett seemingly confident to take a couple of shots just to get that up-close position. Lock his man up for the takedown.
Yeah, Pimblett's got the body lock, and he's trying to reap the leg if he can just spin to his left, but dropping down for a double again now.
Martin, the silence of Sheridan, trying to defend this takedown.
Oh, he's got to use that whizzer. Let's see if he can hang on to it. If he doesn't, Pimblett's going to be straight on his back. Awkward position for him.
And this is not where he wants to be. Again with Pimblett on the back.
Oh, with another 3.5 minutes to work, Pimblett has got both hooks in. See if he looks for the... Well, he's going to look for the body triangle. His coach, Paul Rimmer, is calling for it.
And let's see how much fight Martin Sheridan's got left in him. Spent the majority of the second round defending the choke with Pimblett on his back.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Pimblett opts for a different type of attack here as he locks that body triangle again. Let's see if he throws some strikes this time, because it really was just control and grip fighting throughout the whole of that second round.
Of course, later this evening, we have our main card live, televised around the world. Viewers in Ireland can watch live and free on irishmma.com. Of course, if you're watching the fights at home tonight, do join in the conversation on social media with the hashtag CWFC65. And we are on Twitter at Cage Warriors. Tell us what you think of the evening. Tell us what you think of the fights. We've got a lot of great contests in store at the Dublin Helix.
Again, good period of control from Pimblett, using that body triangle well, but I'd really like to see him try something different up top. He's grip fighting and he's looking for the choke, but just some bigger, more consistent strikes might not go amiss here.
And these punches, not damaging shots, just trying to keep Sheridan guessing and maybe elicit a little bit of movement that Pimblett can capitalise on.
I mean, what I will say is obviously Pimblett is coming off that loss. Doesn't want to do anything too risky at the moment. He's grinding his way to a fairly decisive judge's decision victory in my eyes. And that is, of course, the most important thing, is getting that W. But he's got a lot of opportunity to be really offensive and try and get the finish here.
Pimblett still looking for that choke. Dropping a couple more shots in. Nice little elbow there from Pimblett. Definitely doing enough to keep Martin Sheridan guessing here as he looks to free up that neck for the choke. Sheridan, though, doing a good job defensively.
Yeah, now Pimblett is in on the chin now, but tucking it deep, and oh, he's going to try and fight the grips. Good work from Sheridan again, who is staying remarkably calm.
Sheridan doing his best to turn into the guard of Pimblett, but whether it's the hooks or the body triangle,
The shots, Paddy.
the Englishman's been able to prevent him from doing so and maintain this back control for the majority of the second and third round now, Josh.
I mean, breaking the body triangle is a tough thing to do. I think he's got him back to both hooks now. Well, slightly unorthodox body triangle. He might be able to spin him round here, but just losing the grip, that 2-on-1.
Just 40 seconds to go in this bantamweight contest.
And really, just the story of this fight is better positional control from Paddy Pimblett.
Pimblett putting a little bit more mustard on those punches now.
I mean, that's what I've been wanting to see, is just a bit more emphasis on trying to open Martin Sheridan up, because clearly Sheridan's got good defense here. He just doesn't quite know how to get his way out of this body triangle.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Pimblett going for an armbar to finish things off.
Yeah, worth it with the clacker.
Sheridan, though, able to hang in there.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of how you saw the first round, a very decisive second and third for Paddy Pimblett.
Good work there for the young Englishman. Coming back off what was really an upset loss against Cameron Else. The first loss of his pro career, and it's a learning experience for the youngster. He's only recently turned 19. We're going to see some of his handiwork now.
This was good work from Sheridan to
throwing that knee again.
But you can see he just got a little bit too close and allowed Pimblett to connect on that single leg. And he doesn't need too much of an opportunity, managing to bundle his way to the ground. That whizzer, as soon as that went, that was the start of the end for Martin Sheridan.
And this is what we saw for the majority of the fight. Pimblett controlling the back, sporadic shots, looking for the choke. Sheridan doing some good work defensively. And we're going to throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage to make it official.
Fight fans, after 3 rounds, we have your judges' totals. All 3 agree, 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, Paddy the Paddy Pimblett.
30-27 on all judges' scorecards, and Paddy Pimblett is back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, ready to make a run in the Cage Warriors bantamweight division.
Yeah, I think a very fair decision there. Martin Sheridan, great defense, throughout on the ground, but not quite able to get his own offense going throughout that fight.